Good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful day out here. And how are you doing this morning? I pray that it's a good one for you. You know, you have a big part to play in on that, whether it's a good day for you or not. Some things are outside of our reach, but it's still up to us to pick up the pieces and put them together the best that we can. And that's what we're on here doing right now. You know, um, just want to talk to you about some of the things I do to lift my mood. And this is one of them, to just get out and walk, you know, and just look at nature, get some fresh air, you know, um, let the sun hit my skin, um, and just take pleasure in some of the simplest things. There's a little creek right here. Morning. And well, it's frozen over now, but I like to look at it. It's water, quite simple. Rocks there, you know. But sometimes that can be the issue if we're not taking notice of and being grateful for simple things. Then we can spend a deal of our time looking at things that we might consider to be bigger, that are adverse issues, that may have happened in your life, some inevitable things, So it feels justified to to have your focus on those things. But the truth is, even though they happen, and sometimes you can't ignore those things, you have to put in your mind's eye also the things that are good to you and good for you. You know, um, for me to be able to walk, that might seem, real minute, but it's not. There are people who can't walk. And if a person can't walk, well, they can still breathe. They can look. They can look at a video on TV and see sights that they may not be able to travel to. That's the reason to be grateful. You have to find the things to be grateful for. You know, those guys over there doing some work. See the green vest right there. Yeah. So, yeah, and so that's one of the. This is one of the things I do to lift myself up. Just come out. I see an occasional squirrel or something. You know, or a pleasant person go by. You know, and like to speak. Good morning. And some of them are real receptive. They'll, good morning. How you doing? Thanks for asking. It's the funniest thing. And others not so receptive. You speak to them and they look at you like, what planet you come from? Get away from me. But I keep on pushing. You know, and life is good, and I love life. You know, you should too. And life is colorful. It's interesting. And I say that to just to simplify all the things that life can send your way. So I just use the term that it's colorful. You know, um, but yeah, it's just learning how to do life. And it's such a challenge. It's like, for me, processing things, and I'm sure for y'all this applies as well. How you process life. For some people who may not be as engaged positively in life as should be, as is what is healthy for them. I look at it as kind of like when someone has digestive issues, you know, um, and I'll take a seat right here, this park bench. When someone has digestive issues, they have a hard time processing food. You know, something that someone else can eat, no problem, digest it. Somebody else, you know, may not be able to digest it, like milk, for instance. You know, some people are lactose intolerant. Their body have a hard time, you know, to digest that. And it's the same way with some of the issues of life. You know, some people just have a bit more of a time, to whatever degree, with processing the things that life um, sends at them, you know. But we're getting better at that every day. You know, one of the biggest things that you'll find yourself having to work on, and it'll make a big difference, is your mind, where your focus is, you know, and how you perceive things. No matter what happens, you can always use anything negative that happens as a way to benefit you. Even if it's something as simple as something that happened to you that you couldn't change, your experience with it is able to now let you help someone else through that. Even if it's just to say, hey, I feel your pain, man. You know what I mean? I'm here, you here. And just say things are going to get better. Speaking optimistically, you know, because think about it, when you was in that spot, you would have appreciated if someone would at least let you know they cared, you know? And so there's so many things, but you have to grab your mind. You have to grab your focus, you know what I mean? And exert strength, which is one of those things that some people are more endowed in than others, you know? But strength can be developed. It's developed. You know, some people are born endowed in some areas. Others have to work at an endowment to be stronger, you know, in different areas. And that's one of the things, you know, you have to persevere in life. You know, take some time to paint the canvas of life. See what do you want? What would you like to have? You know, if you don't know right away, like, I don't really know what I want or what I want to have in life, you know, just say, you know what, I'm figuring that out. I'm learning what's good for me. I'm learning what I like. I'm learning myself. I'm learning myself in a good way. You know, you have to place yourself. Start wherever you are and place yourself in the place that you need to be. Morning. You know, and you don't give up. You have to stay in the fight. You know, life is about a fight. And it's a good one. It's a worthy one. You know, you learn, you live, you have good, wonderful experiences. You have some that you may wish had never happened, but they have a tendency to work together. You know, life has a negative persuasion to it, and it has a positive persuasion to it as well. And you're like right in the middle, kind of like the way electricity works with a motor. You know, a motor has a positive and a negative flow of energy or electricity, and that's what actually makes the motor spin. So, you know, because it's able to take both of those charges, place them properly, and it gives it a rotating thing. It uses that energy to get momentum. And that's how we are too. You know, the different things that happen in life, the negative, you know, you process it properly, you know, it gives you momentum and you're able to put it in a positive direction, you know. And even when good things happen, you know, there's a thing about that, you know, it's wonderful, but you can't perceive good things the wrong way either. You know, you can get hung up on one good event and don't have yourself grounded, and you can end up bottoming out because you had a very good experience and you perceive life would stay there, you know, and it didn't, you know, and it caused a crash. But you wanna learn to handle the ups, the downs. This is one of my favorite little spots right here. So clear. Look how clear that water is there. You can just like it's got some algae in it, but you can see right through it. I like that. Pretty amazing. And so yeah, you know, that's one of the things is grabbing your mind and painting the canvas of your mind, you know, for yourself, you know, instead of just letting outside circumstances take the wheel of your life. You paint the canvas. You decide what you want to imagine in here. And that's where your creative power is at, you know. That's where you start to influence the world that you live in through your mind, you know, through that power. So yeah, to the next time, y'all, we getting stronger, living longer, and healthier. All right.